You've been told your whole life that your brain is the problem, that you're too much or not enough, that you just need to try harder, focus more, get it together. I'm Dr. B, and I'm here to tell you that everything you've been told is wrong. You're bright, you're gifted, you're wired for something extraordinary. What you're missing isn't willpower, and it isn't a higher dose. It's skills, specific, learnable skills that nobody ever taught you. This is living beyond ADHD, where we stop managing your limitations and start unleashing your brilliance. Let's get into it now. Episode 128. Time blindness is real. Here's what to do about it. You're always late. How did you not know that was going to take that long? I reminded you 3 times. How could you forget that it was today? If you have ADHD, you have heard some version of these sentences more times than you can count. And you've probably spent years trying to explain something that felt almost impossible to explain. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I'm disrespecting you. It's something deeper, something about time itself that works differently for me. You were right. It does. And it has a name, time blindness. What time blindness actually is. Time blindness is not a metaphor. It's a neurological reality for most adults with ADHD. Neurotypical brains experience time as a continuous flow. They have an internal sense of duration. They can feel 30 minutes passing. They can estimate fairly accurately how long something will take. They hold past, present, and future in a kind of accessible mental timeline. ADHD brains experience time differently. Research, particularly the work of Dr. Russell Barkley, describes ADHD time as existing in 2 states, now and not now. Something is either happening right in front of you now, or it's in a vague, undifferentiated future that has no real urgency or reality. Tomorrow might as well be next year. Next week might as well be never. And 5 minutes ago might as well be ancient history. This is not laziness. This is not disrespect. This is how your brain processes or fails to process time as a continuous, navigatable dimension. And it affects everything: appointments, deadlines, relationships, finances, career, health. Why willpower doesn't help. Here's why telling someone with ADHD to just try harder to be on time is like telling someone who's colorblind to just look more carefully at the red light. The mechanism that would allow them to respond differently isn't working in the standard way. Trying harder doesn't fix a neurological difference. it just makes someone feel more ashamed when they fail again. And the shame, as we talked about last week, makes it worse. Shame dysregulates the nervous system. A dysregulated nervous system makes executive function, including time management, even less accessible. The very effort to fix the problem makes the problem harder to fix. What actually helps is building external scaffolding that compensates for the internal deficit, while simultaneously building the internal skills that can, over time, reduce your dependence on external props. The skills and strategies that work. Let me give you some concrete direction. These are not magic fixes. They are the beginning of a skill set. Make time visible. ADHD brains need to see time, not just know it abstractly. Analog clocks rather than digital. A time timer that shows a visual representation of time passing. A physical calendar in your field of view, not just in your phone. Time that you can see with your eyes is time that becomes real. Add time buffers, always. Most adults with ADHD consistently underestimate how long things take. The skill to develop is adding a buffer as standard practice. Whatever you think it will take, double it. Not as a punishment, as an accommodation for how your brain processes duration. Create transition alarms. One of the most common time blindness problems is not the event itself, but the transition to it. Set alarms not just for the event, but for when you need to start getting ready. Event at 2 p.m. needs an alarm for 1:15. Start getting ready now. Time yourself on regular tasks. Most adults with ADHD have no accurate sense of how long their daily tasks actually take. Shower? How long? Morning routine? How long? Commute? How long? Time yourself. Build a database of real numbers. This isn't fun. This is one of the most useful things that you can do. Work with an accountability structure. Knowing someone is waiting for you activates the ADHD brain in a way that a deadline alone cannot. This is not a character flaw. It is a neurological reality. Use it strategically. So, time blindness is real. It is neurological. It is not your fault that you have it, and it is not permanent that you're limited by it. The skills that address time blindness can be learned. The scaffolding that compensates for it can be built. I've watched people who were chronically late their entire lives become reliably on time, not through shame and punishment, but through strategy and skill. That is available to you. Next week, why you start everything and finish nothing. Task initiation, follow through, and the gap where so much brilliance disappears. I'll see you then. I'm Dr. B. This is Living Beyond ADHD. Take good care of that brilliant brain of yours. And be sure to check the show notes for links to all the episodes, for information about GSD, the 9-month rebirthing program, and the information about the upcoming masterclass, It Was Never You, August 25th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. The link is coming soon so that you can make sure you're there. Take good care. See you soon. That's what I have for you today. I hope something landed. I hope something shifted, even just a little, because that's how this works. Not all at once, but one insight, one skill, one episode at a time. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your history. You are a brilliant adult who deserves a life that actually works. And that life is buildable. I've seen it. I've lived it. If you're ready to go further, come find me at drbarbaracohen.com. All the episodes are there, along with the information about my 9-month program, Get Shit Done, GSD, where we do this work for real, together, all the way through. Subscribe wherever you listen. Share this with someone who needs it. And I will be back next week with more truth. I'm Dr. B. This is Living Beyond ADHD. Take care of that brilliant brain of yours.